Hello again, word lovers, and today we're going to a rather special city, special in the history of the world. It's Venice, which was a city-state for over 1,000 years and had the largest industrial complex in Europe. It also gave us a lot of vocabulary, considering it's only one small part of the world. They come to us through Italian, obviously. Let's have a look at them and see where they originated. So these are all words which come from Venice. If not Venice exactly, then Italy at that time. But I think most of them are Venetian. The first one is the name of the complex I mentioned earlier, which was the shipyard known as the arsenal. Arsenale, from the Arabic Darassina, which is a factory. The word ballot comes from Venice. Ballot being the paper that you use to vote in English. The ballotta, the small ball, was what you put into the box to cast your vote, whether a white ball or a black ball. I think ghetto, we find the first use in 1516, when the Jews in Venice were forced to live in the old iron foundry complex. There are four possible etymologies for this one. Could be a Yiddish word for deed of separation. Could be from the Venetian ghetto, meaning foundry. Could come from Egitto, Egypt, or a diminutive of Borgo, a town, which we still see in Edinburgh, Burgos, Hamburg, but in Italian would be Borgetto, small section of a town. Borgetto, it's possible. Sequin is more traceable. Zekin being a gold coin in Venetian currency. Zeka meaning a mint, as in the place where you make the coins. And again from Arabic, sika, a minting die. The Lido, the outdoor swimming pool. We still say Lido in England. These are copies of the Venetian Lido, the adapted shore, which in Latin is littera. Etymology unknown. I couldn't trace that one further back. A marionette from Old French mariole, who was an idol of the Virgin Mary, so not a laughing matter. In Italian comedy with the diminutive Marianetta, it seems to have become slightly more jocular, and that's an Italian word, by the way, as is imbroglio, our next one. We use this Italian word to talk about complex affairs, political, adulterous, whatever. Imbrogliare is to confuse, to tangle. Pi root here is N, which means in. Hooray, no mystery there. Though imbrogliare, embroiling, possibly comes from Middle French, brouiller. A gazette is from a newspaper. We use it to mean a newspaper. Also the name of a small copper coin. Now, little magpie, the thieving magpie, la gazza ladra, where we take the diminutive, gazzetta, and that's the name possibly of the coin that you needed to pay to get the newspaper, as it had a magpie emblem on it. That's theory number one. Theory number two, it was called a gazzetta because it's just full of chatter, like a magpie chattering. Pants is from the Commedia dell'arte. Pantaloon was the silly old man character. He had tight trousers on his thin legs. He's the pantaloon that's mentioned in Shakespeare's 7 Ages of Man speech. So these fashionable pantaloons got adopted in other countries and were called pantaloons. Pantalon in French and Spanish, even today. Pants in English, more likely meaning underpants in American. But there it is, Pantaleon. Pantaloon, by the way, comes from Pantaleon, a saint, Saint Pantaleon, possibly meaning all compassionate. Pan is the prefix for everything. Or possibly all lion, used as a symbol of St. Mark. Still in Italian comedy, the Commedia dell'arte, we find another character, another funny character, called Giovanni, or Jan, which became Zwan, which became Zan. And so people who began to behave in this way were called, like Zan, or in modern English, zany. So you can see a lot of words from one small part of the earth and one period in history, albeit a 1,000-year period. The City Republic of Venice. Why Venice? Because of the name of the tribe that was originally there, the Veneti. And again, I'm afraid, in this case, the etymology stops here. And so does this instalment of interesting etymologies.